Right now, I am standing in a very well designed suburban style neighborhood. This is Renwick in Bloomington, Indiana. And for a suburb, there's a lot of great urban design elements incorporated here. If you look around, there are not really any sprawling identical homes. The streets are all very narrow and very pedestrian friendly. When you enter the neighborhood, there is a roundabout. And in the center of the neighborhood, instead of having a four-way stop sign, there is another roundabout, which looks way better and is way more efficient. There's also a public plaza that has a coffee shop, a restaurant and bar, and other shopping and retail experiences. This plaza and shopping can be reached on foot. Yes, you can walk to a mini retail area in this suburb. To demonstrate this walkability, I've started at one end of the neighborhood and I am walking through it. You can wake up in the morning, leave your house, and go on a walk to grab a coffee. Then you can walk around the neighborhood with your coffee in hand, and you didn't have to get in your car at all. There's a lot of value in being able to walk to places like a coffee shop or a restaurant. In my opinion, it's a great mental break to be able to go outside and walk to destinations like these. I believe that prioritizing mental health is super important, and I'm excited to announce that BetterHelp is the sponsor of today's video. For me, prioritizing my mental health is super important. Getting outside and exploring cities is certainly one way that I do it. But I think having someone to talk to is essential. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. Starting therapy can be hard, but BetterHelp can match you with one of over 30,000 therapists in their network. You can call, video chat, or text with a therapist, whatever you are most comfortable with. To get started, you fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you'll get matched with your therapist, in most cases within 48 hours or less. People spend hours in the gym every week, so why not give your mind the same kind of attention? Using the link in the description, you can receive 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's go back to exploring this suburb. The design of the homes is also to be appreciated. Each street looks a bit unique to the one over, and the narrow streets makes it feel like you are in a true community with your neighbors. This street has townhomes, while this street has apartments, and this one has single-family homes. Here's a typical American suburb. And here's the one that I am in. Can you feel the difference? The neighborhood I am in feels like a small town. Whereas this Well, this just feels like a sprawling suburb. The suburb I am in isn't afraid of dense housing. It has a mix of single-family homes, townhomes, and apartments. And guess what? To all the NIMBYs out there, the apartments and townhomes don't ruin the feel of the neighborhood. If anything, it makes this neighborhood feel more like a community. So, what is it that allows this suburb to truly be so good? It all comes down to the land use. This neighborhood is not constrained to just one use. It utilizes a mix of apartments, retail, townhomes, and single-family homes to make it feel like you're in a true town. The houses also don't have large street setbacks, which really helps out the town-like feel. Let's go back to the traditional style suburb. See how far back the houses are from the street? And then we go to this new style suburb. It feels like you are in a town. And it accomplishes this while still allowing residents to have garages. The driveways are actually behind the homes. You can pull into an auxiliary street that has garages for the homes that are on the main street, which allows these homes to maintain their town-like feel from the front. And as I walk through, you'll notice that each of these streets have varying architecture, just like a real town would have. Here's Street 1, and then one street over, you'll notice that the architecture is different. Although it may not seem like a huge difference, if you walk around a city, the streets are never all the same. It doesn't feel monotonous. But when I go back to this traditional suburb, well, you tell me, does this street really feel super different from this street? I would say not really. However, in this new suburb, it does. This is a huge part of the reason that I enjoy walking around this new suburb. But I get bored when I'm walking around this one. People in this new suburb have cars, and it's still able to maintain a city-like feel. It was clearly designed so that car ownership is accommodated, but the suburb doesn't feel like it was designed around cars. It was built with pedestrians in mind, and I think that makes a massive difference. If you enjoyed this video and want to support my channel, consider subscribing. Of course, there's no pressure. I'll see you in the next one.